Hi everyone, Tracy here from Uniquely Creative. I am going to take you through my beautiful layout I did of Pearl for the Morning Dew Creative Kit. There's a lot of layers in this kit. It's quite a complex kit, so stick with me. So first thing I'm going to do is just choose some layers to mat my photo with. It's a 5x7 photo and I have had it printed with a white border. I'm just going to choose two contrasting colours from the Kaiser collection, which are all included in the kit. You can make this entire layout with the kit. And I'm just going to start distressing the edges with a distress tool. Going to do that to both of these, and then I'm going to make sure I feel like they're the right size before I continue on with the next step. So this is a bit of a process, guys, so stick with me and we'll get through it. So yeah, I decided that it wasn't the right size and I just trimmed it down a little bit smaller. I wanted to see more of that bottom layer, and I'm just going to make sure I'm happy with it. Next, I'm going to choose my next elements, and I'm going to choose, I think, some little bits to make as a contrast, and I'm going to trim some strips. These are approximately 2 inches big. All the instructions and the measurements are included in the magazine in the kit. And I'm going to create some balance using two pieces of the same coordinating paper, some top, some bottom. So you'll see how I do that. One is slightly to the right, one is slightly to the left. And now I'm going to cut this one down. I'm going to make some bunting. So you see I'm just folding this in half, and I'm just to find the center, and then I'm just going to trim the little flag out the bottom, and I'm just going to distress that up. So I've got my bottom bit, my top bit. This is just because obviously you don't need the whole length because it's going right underneath the photo. So I'm just laying these in place to make sure I'm happy with them before I start adhering them down. Okay, so I'm just taking photos here, guys, because this is for the step-by-step magazine, so we're always taking photos. I just showed you guys there the 450 fabric glue that I'm using, and I've been using this for scrapbooking for many years, and I'm just starting to adhere all my layers down one at a time, making sure that I'm happy with where they are. I'm scrapbooking this photo kind of using the rule of thirds as my guide, and I'm putting it slightly to the left on that third line, and I'm going to put a big embellishment on the right third line. So now I've just got some of the washi sticker sheet from the kit, and you'll see here I'm a little bit shocked. I've just pulled it thinking it's going to be a whole sheet, and it's just a little tab. Not what I was expecting, so now I've worked out they're just little pieces of little washi shapes. I'm just going to start adhering some of those down over the edge. And as you can tell, I said I deliberately scrapbook. I've got some green at the top, some green down the bottom. I've got some washi at the top, some washi down the bottom. Now I'm just cutting up some of one of my older pizza boxes now just to create some height. I could use foam mounting tape here, but A, it's expensive, and B, I would need a bucket load of it to make this not bend and warp in the middle. Now the layouts that I produce need to go on display a lot. This particular layout is going to go to 3 shows over the next 3 months, so I need to make sure that it's no sagging of my photo in the middle, which is why I use the cardboard box. It never touches my photo, so there's no issue with, you know, not being acid free or anything fancy like that. So I just use the cardboard, creates a really nice flat layer. Okay, so I'm just deciding what I'm going to put on the right hand side, start building my embellishment layer, and I'm just going to put some 450 down, and I'm going to use the muslin. Just kind of scrunching it on there. Doesn't have to be perfect because this is just an underneath layer, starting to create layers and some texture, which will give this layout a lot of warmth and depth. Now I'm using the craft tags in the kit. I've cut one of the flags out of one end. I've glued them together. Again, just taking more photos just so it's a longer one, and I have decided this is where my photo is going to go, so I'm going to commit that and stick that down right now. Now my focus is going to be on creating this long embellishment on the right hand side of my layout, and I am going to mount that up on some more of that cardboard, and I'm going to stick that down just underneath my photo. I actually fussy cut out a whole page of flowers. Kaiser have given us a beautiful flower collection which we can fussy cut out on one of their pieces of paper, and I have cut that out. So I have gone around and fussy cut those out, and I'm starting to stick those down as I go along. I've also cut out a whole bunch of the 2 dies that we recommend to go with this kit. One is this beautiful imperial trellis die. It's kind of like a latticey type die. I'm just cutting a little section out of that to have some coming out from the top, and I'll use the rest of it to balance it out later. So right now I'm just creating beautiful clusters with these flowers. Some of the ones that were on the edge of the sheet I'm just sticking underneath my layout, underneath the photos and different sections, and I am starting to add some real flowers in now. There are some beautiful silk flowers in this kit, and I've just cut the ends off them, so I want to stick them down. So I've got 2, and then I'm adding my 3rd flower in the cluster. Is just one of the cardboard ones. That just doesn't have to be another real flower. Just one of the ones I've cut out from the paper is my 3rd flower, and it's going on top. I always try to build my flower clusters in 3 and use 2 of one kind and 1 of another kind, which I've created here using the paper. So next I'm creating another little banner, because I've got 2 banners there. You can see I've got the green one and I've got the brown one, and I've just created another little one just to slide in between my photos to create some texture. I've again made the bottom and the top separate because doesn't need to be a whole strip. Photos are already glued down. I'm just adding in some cute little flower embellishments in between my layers, and I'm just going to use some of the wooden leaves now to slip underneath my beautiful silk flowers to create some more texture. So we're up to about 5 or 6 layers now, but they're not really heavy layers. This is not that bumpy, lumpy. This is actually still quite a flat scrapbooking page, considering, because I've cut the backs off of those flowers and they're actually quite flat flowers. So now I'm just going to pop out the hello from the chipboard that's included in the kit, and my battery went flat there, so I did just pop that out and glued that down. And next I am just taking some more photos first. I'm just going to use some of the collectibles, which are these gorgeous little like bookmark butterfly type things, a bit more of the washi tape, just to add in those final finishing touches to the layout. I'm just using my zig glue here. This is like a pen glue, just to come on and put my title on, and I've just got that on the left hand side of the photo there, just to the bottom 3rd line. Just adding in the last few little collectibles and the last few little flowers. Quick, another little bunting in there, just making sure everything's glued down, nothing's going to fall off, because that's a problem. And now I have cut out a whole bunch of the eucalyptus branched die that was an add-on for this kit out of the green cardstock included in the kit. I've just cut out a whole bunch of all the different kinds of leaves. I did that before I started my layout, and adding some of the more of that trellis die in, the imperial trellis as well. And I'm going to just stick those leaves and that foliage in all throughout, just to finish off this layout. There are many layers. When you watch this, you'll understand this is quite a complex layout, but it's really achievable. Just add as many layers as you want to. Fill in those holes how you want to, because yours is never going to be the same as mine, even if you measure to the millimeter. So just see, do you feel like it needs some leaves here? Do you feel like it needs some more green there? Are there any holes that are gaping out? Have I forgotten to glue anything down? All of those questions, just ask yourself as you go along and build it. It's a beautiful layout that will make it a lovely gift as well, if you're wanting to make a layout for a present. I know I've made many layouts for people over the years, and they just love receiving them. So don't think that you have to just scrapbook for yourself. You can definitely scrapbook for friends and family as well. So just adding a little bit more foliage in there. Again, top, bottom, side, just creating balance with the foliage just before I finish off. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. This is a long, complex video. You've done well if you've gotten this far. I really hope you enjoy the creative process. I even amuse myself sometimes when I watch it back, because it might be 2 months between when I filmed this before I do the voiceover to watch how I've achieved it. So I have to watch it a few times before I even start to do the voiceover, because it's been such a long time since I created it. Just finishing off with another couple of the wooden leaves that come in the kit, making sure my title has glued down perfectly. This is the point where you should go, should I walk away? Should I walk away? Have I done enough? Is there enough little bits? Do I need some more? I just thoroughly enjoy the process of scrapbooking, still to this day, just love it. And I really enjoyed this collection from Kaiser. So well done, guys. It's just beautiful. Just finishing the last couple of final touches here now, so thank you so much for watching. If you would like to purchase this kit, you can. It's on our website, www.uniquelycreative, under June Creative Kit. It is called the Morning Dew Kit, and it's just $49.95. And not only can you make this layout, there are many, many more you can make as well. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you next time. Bye.